a new listing dropped on the Takara Tommy Mall website, and it is that of the Piranacons, and specifically the King Poseidon First Wave set, which gives you the ability to purchase both Turtler and Gulf, better known as in America Snaptrap and Scalor, in a set as what they dub as Wave 1 in multiple waves of how they're going to be able to release Piranacon, aka King Poseidon, in the Japanese side. Obviously, I think we're going to get probably some kind of a full set here on the Hasbro Pulse side, but this is what Japan is doing pretty much to give that ability. Now, what I really want to talk about more than anything is when they did this posting, they included an online manga to kind of like just tie the story a little bit together. And this manga is very intriguing because it actually kind of leads into not only an obvious repaint that we pretty much predict is going to be happening, but also a tie to something we discussed what feels like I think 7 months ago that will lead into a very exciting release. Now, let's talk about the manga itself. Now, the manga itself, it opens with what looks like a chest shot of Megatron in his Generation 1 body. You could tell right away by the location of the Decepticon logo and the two little red and blue buttons that's under Megatron's chest, the vents. That's clearly G1 Megatron's chest. And it has like, this in Japanese here translated, remember on that day, the day that the flame ignited in my spark, when he was born, pretty much. And then we have obviously now like it jumps to Galvatron talking to both Half Shell, which is we'll call it the Beast Wars second repaint of Turtler, and Turtler himself. Now, both of these characters are depicted as they are from the future and know the fate of Galvatron and what's going to happen to him, because for people who don't know, in Headmasters, he will be frozen in ice and will not emerge until years and years later after Headmasters, after Master Force, after Victory, after Zone. He'd be frozen ice for a while. So they're both saying, like, you have no right to tell us what to do. We know your fate, and your fate is doomed. And then he complains pretty much how when him and Convoy or Optimus Prime, when they both were approached by Primus, Convoy got this amazing battle upgrade into the Star Convoy toy that we know in the original Sakamoto manga from Legends, and he got nothing. And he's all angry and stuff, and he's like, I would do anything to also, get that kind of power. And so essentially Turtler and Half Shell say, well, we could give you that power, but we want something from you that we're looking for, and this is something that Turtler was known for in the Beast Wars second manga. They're looking for the Unicron energy. And essentially what happens is Galvatron agrees and is like, okay, all right, I'll give you my Unicron energy, if you will. And hey, if I give you my Unicron energy, you gotta like give me power. So the final scene essentially is him in a chamber, and I guess they're extracting the Unicronian energy from him. And what's going to essentially happen, in my opinion, is this is going to lead into the teased toy of a Super Megatron figure. I think that's the primary thing that's going to go down here, essentially. And we've been teased that Super Megatron figure a while back, around the same time that we were teased Turtler a while back, and we just never heard anything of it. And we've seen so much of Turtler now from a prototype form, from a full color form, and we've seen nothing of the Super Megatron. So I think that this manga is kind of leading into also the Super Megatron toy release. And this isn't the first time. I mean, we saw it through all of the Legend stuff, how the mangas slowly give us these little semi-spoilers of what are going to be future toys. So really cool stuff. And just to finalize, essentially, it seems that Half Shell was the one who kind of, helped Turtler get his ult mode, which then leads into Master Force. So if you have to like kind of timeline or place this manga, it happens like in between Headmasters and Master Force, obviously before Galvatron gets frozen in ice, but also before Turtler kind of makes his first appearance in the Master Force anime, or manga in this case, maybe the manga continuity. But so the big thing to take away from this is because of that very first panel showing the original Generation 1 Megatron design and the suggestion of, the Galvatron, the Unicronian energy and all of that stuff. I mean, it really just it really just suggests to me that the next thing that's probably going to be coming in the very near future is going to be Super Megatron. I really, really believe that. And aside from the fact that having Half Shell here might even suggest that we're okay, Turtler is going to be repainted into God Neptune and Half Shell, and we're going to probably get a God Neptune Beast Wars 2nd repaint of all of these. I wouldn't rush that right away. I mean, we don't even have a complete complete Piranacon team already of the original colors. I don't think Takara or on the Hasbro side I think is going to rush and put out the Beast Wars 2nd one just yet. But I think it's just suggesting, hey, we're open to the idea here. The manga suggests that, if we want to do something and have a little story, it's possible. But hey, again, I think this is going to be leading very soon. We're going to be seeing a Super Megatron release finally, or at least some images of what it's going to finally look like. I mean, we had that silhouette for the longest time, but yeah, now I think we're really leading into this, and I think in the next couple of months we're finally going to see Super Megatron. So just let me know what you think about this. I mean, it's a short little story manga, but again, these mangas always are kind of like, you got to read between the lines, and it really reveals what is the next kind of figures and what's going to be coming down the line. So let me know what you think, and tell me if you're excited about Super Megatron.